Are you going to go into this fight believing Ian Garry is going to beat Islam? Because it's starting to feel that way. Just a little more and a little more. Charles Oliveira, just to throw a name at you, a guy that knows everybody, has the right to an opinion. He said Ian Garry is going to win. That's interesting. Ian Garry is a stand-up fighter from Ireland who idolizes Conor McGregor. So now we know everything we need to know about Ian Garry.
Ian Garry's striking style creates several problems for Islam Makhachev. The first major factor is his size, as Garry is the tallest opponent Makhachev has faced so far. Khabib Nurmagomedov and Makhachev have also pointed out how difficult Garry can be to hit because of his constant movement. Islam Makhachev
sounds like Ian Machado Garry, Islam Makhachev might be the next fight to make. How do you see that one going?
You mean Islam versus Carlos Prates for the title in Philly? Islam will beat him. Islam will beat both of them. Islam's the best. Simple as that. He'll take Ian down. He'll choke Ian. He'll take Prates down. He'll choke Prates. Nothing against either one of them, but that's just what it is.
Explained that one of the less enjoyable parts of camp has been chasing opponents around the cage while preparing specifically for Garry, who often disengages and chooses when to enter the exchange again. Makhachev's grappling receives most of the attention, but his striking should not be overlooked. He is a capable and technically sound striker.
Garry's prediction of I will finish this thing later on. I will dominate early, and then I'll walk him through that finish, 4th or 5th round.
I feel like we've heard this every fight he's had, and doesn't happen. He's just not that guy. He almost finished Shavkat. He was 60% of Shavkat that day. Let's be fair. Dude probably shouldn't have been fighting, and it's cost him a lot, no doubt about it. And Shavkat still found a way to win. Yeah, if Garry wins, it's going to be a forgettable fight. And this is not a knock. Go out there and win.
In his own right. Makhachev usually operates from the southpaw stance, while his opponent is expected to use an orthodox stance. That creates an open stance matchup, which could shape much of the striking battle. So the major question is what happens when these two finally exchange at range? With just 1 week remaining before Islam Makhachev and Ian Machado Garry finally meet, discussion around the matchup has intensified.
Gotta try to find range, and that's more difficult to do and easier said to do when you're fighting a guy like Islam who constantly is in your face.
UFC 330, Ian Garry gonna beat Makhachev by decision. I don't know if unanimous decision, split decision, but it's gonna be the.
Bilal couldn't take me down, so Islam, you try to take me down. I'm telling you now.
But he act like he bad guy.
And I'll be there, and I'm taking that throne from you, and I'm ending that continuous streak. You're done.
But I see when I take him down, it's gonna be finished.
Just about every record, right? The 4 title defenses, lightweight record, and now going to beat Anderson Silva's record. There's a lot at stake for him here, being pound for pound #1. Ian Garry's no slouch by any means. He's a very tough competitor, and I know Islam can stand with Ian, but can Ian last on the ground with us?
Fighters, coaches, and analysts, including Brendan Schaub and members of Makhachev's team, have been breaking down the fight and considering which man has the tools to control the action. As the final stage of preparation begins, the pressure has increased for both fighters. Makhachev remains focused on proving himself in the welterweight division, while Garry is looking to surprise the champion and silence the people.
Shooter is going to use his hands, he's going to use his kicks, he can't do any jiu-jitsu. But then somewhere along the way, he started training with Damian Maia. And it was an interesting coincidence because he ended up on bottom against MVP with his back taken, but was never in trouble. So then we're gonna go, okay, great. You had problems grappling with this guy, MVP, who's not a grappler. You got real big problems now because you're gonna fight Rakhmonov, who's gonna expose everything that you don't know. And it turned out that punching and kicking Irish kid had spent some time in the wrestling room, right? He just looked better than we knew that he was. Enters the 5-round club, deals with it. And one thing that he had to deal with that night, Ian Garry has never fought where he was not bolstered up and he was the guy. Ian Garry has never done a ring walk where the audience knew this guy's overwhelmed. He's done that to other guys, but he's not been in that position. How does the guy do? Guys act one way.
Who doubt him. Islam Makhachev's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, has also given his assessment, and he clearly does not seem convinced by the hype surrounding Ian Machado Garry. Abdelaziz expects Garry to rely heavily on his movement and make the fight difficult, but he also criticized some of the challenger's confident predictions, especially Garry's claim that he would finish Makhachev in the 4th round by bouncing his head off the wall. Abdelaziz questioned whether Garry...
I'm out. Islam's going to beat the brakes off him, and then he's going to start eating meat and be like, oh, I listen to my wife, and watch it. His arcs
Islam's going to have his hands
great.
full. We'll see. If Islam tries to stand and trade with him, he's going to get...
Why would Islam do that? Why would Islam do that? Islam's too smart.
Well, I think if I'm Ian Machado Garry's camp, and I should be, I would tell him, I want you to front kick the fuck out of his face.
Yeah.
Kick him right in the goddamn chin.
Yep. Because Islam's never seen that before.
Not from Ian Machado Garry. That's a long leg.
Big.
Teep him.
I'm out. Him throwing those vegan up kicks, I'm out.
Bop, bop, bop.
Zesty up kicks.
Long noodle arms. Shoom. All that energy in his face. Bop, bop,
I'm out.
Bop.
Them zesty up kicks, I'm out.
What does Islam do? Just grab his leg?
Whatever he wants.
What do you mean?
Whatever he wants.
Really? You got Islam 100.
His record supports such bold statements. At the same time, he recognized the Irishman's physical advantages, including his 6'3" height and reach. According to Abdelaziz, Makhachev has prepared specifically for those challenges by working with taller training partners such as Yoel Alvarez and Usman Nurmagomedov. Despite all the attention surrounding the fight, Abdelaziz...
Fuck, dude goes up one weight class, goes up to 170. He was the 55-pound most dominant champion ever, most title defenses at 55 ever. Just dominates at 170, like every round. People are saying it's boring, but listen, man, it's boring if you're a casual. The fact that he was able to do it every round, it was a little frustrating because you wanted Jack to try to adjust, but
Aziz says Makhachev has remained focused on his preparation. He claims the champion has stayed away from the media, concentrated on training, and kept his attention on the task ahead. Abdelaziz expects things to become extremely difficult for Garry once Makhachev gets hold of him. He also compared Garry's promotional approach to Conor McGregor's style, suggesting that Garry is trying to make the matchup even bigger by emphasizing an Ireland versus Dagestan storyline. Chael Sonnen offered a different view of the matchup. He believes the fight could be much more competitive than some predictions suggest. Sonnen pointed to Garry's strength, size, and reach as important advantages that could create problems for Makhachev. Sonnen also believes Garry's takedown defense could force Makhachev to spend more time fighting on the feet.
Win, man, like, go be a champion. But the way you're going to be a champion is you need to kick and run. Like, stay away from that dude, because if Islam Makhachev wraps his arms around you, you are going for a friggin' ride, and you're probably not getting up. So, yeah, man, we'll see what happens. Can Garry stay on his feet? Can he run fast enough? Like, not even run. Can he move well enough so Islam can't get a hold of him? Because I don't care how much taller and how much of a reach advantage he has. Like, Islam is a hoss. He is stronger than Ian Machado Garry is. I can assure you of that. So, yeah, I think Islam wins somewhat easily, but it's been a weird year.
If that happens, the fight could develop into a much more competitive striking contest. At the same time, Sonnen acknowledged that Makhachev has already shown he can succeed in different situations, including fights where he did not depend entirely on takedowns. Brendan Schaub took a more personal angle when discussing Garry. He questioned how much of Garry's public image reflects his true personality and suggested that people around him, including his wife, could have an influence on the
Much about him wrestling a lot for this training camp. Islam Makhachev said, I keep telling these guys that you cannot wrestle for 3 months and think that you're going to be able to compete with guys that have been wrestling their whole life, like Habib Nurmagomedov, myself, John Jones, Islam. You have got to wrestle a long time to be able to compete with those guys. But ultimately, I think for Garry to be successful is that
way he presents himself. Those comments added another point of discussion around Garry's public persona. The conversation then turned toward how the matchup came together. Javier Mendez, Makhachev's coach, explained that Garry had been the preferred opponent from the beginning. However, Mendez also said he has learned not to assume anything until the UFC officially confirms a fight. Mike Heck also questioned Garry's prediction of a dominant victory. He pointed out that Garry has made similar confident claims before, but they have not always played out as predicted. According to Heck, Garry's best strategy